Hello everyone, it's a wonderful world and I'm going to make some wonderful donuts today. I call them Wonder Donuts. Why? Because I'm going to make them without any white flour, without any baking powder. So, sans any baking powder and white flour, what are these donuts going to be made of? This is my ingenious recipe. I invented it and I share it with you today, all of you who want to eat donuts without baking powder. It's said that white flour when eaten in excess is not good for our digestive systems. So I was very adamant. I thought I'm going to invent a recipe of donuts that's going to be without any white flour, that's going to be without any baking powder, because baking powder is going to make me fat. So I'm not going to accept it. So I invented this recipe. And in this recipe, you need 6 simple ingredients. The simplest of all. And what are the ingredients? As you can see in this image, I have them all here with you. 2 eggs we need for this simple recipe. We need 4 tablespoons of oil. We don't need white flour. What do we need instead of that? We need 5 tablespoons of semolina. And with it, we need 5 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. So these are the wonder ingredients here. And what else do we need? We need 2 tablespoons of milk. Eggs and milk taken together will raise our donuts. And we need 4 tablespoons of sugar. So 6 simple ingredients. And you will have your yummy donuts ready in no time. In the image here, you can see I have put in sugar, I have put in semolina. And now I've also added all-purpose flour and eggs and milk and oil. Everything has gone into the bowl, into my mixing bowl. And there is another thing in the bowl. What is that? Why is that? This is a knife, not a spoon. I was taking spoonfuls of things, but I have a knife here in the image. Why? Well, this is my tip for you people. You mix this batter with a knife instead of a spoon or a fork. Mix it with a knife. It will raise better. Always. You are baking donuts. Mix your batter with a knife. Don't mix it with a spoon. Try it. And then especially this batter that I am making is without any baking powder. Remember, mix it with a knife. This is a tip. An old woman's tip that I got from an old English lady, a very old English lady. And she told me, mix your things with a knife. And that is so true. I have tried it again and again. And it always works. That's why a knife here in the image. So now in these images you can see me. I've started mixing it with the knife, as you can see in the first image. And in the second image, mixing it slowly, gradually. It goes on and on for 1 or 2 minutes and we have this mixture ready. You can see the color is not white. Why? Because we have used simple wheat flour, all-purpose wheat flour, not white flour. We have used semolina, not maida at all. So this color here, the beige color, you can see in the picture. The batter is ready now. You can guess the consistency as well. It's not very hard. It's not doughy at all. It's kind of thicker than a pancake batter, but not doughy at all. Lo and behold, what do we have here? That batter that I told you, I took it up with a tablespoon. As you can see in the first picture in the image, and I put it on a sizzling platter. I didn't use a baking tray for it or oven for it. I can go in for that as well. You can go in for that as well. You can take 2 tablespoons of batter and pour it at one place on the baking tray. Leave some space after it, leave it for it to rise and expand, and then another 2 tablespoons, and then another 2 tablespoons and another 2 tablespoons. It will be 8 tablespoons, almost 8 tablespoons in all, this batter that I'm sharing with you at the moment. So if you want to do it in the oven, in the baking tray, you can do it that way, and you can put it in preheated oven on very low heat. And you will have to, of course, turn it after 3 to 4 minutes. You'll have to see if it's baked on the underside, and you will flip it and turn it on the other side and bake it for 2 to 3 minutes more, and they will be done. Wonderful donuts. But I'm doing it on a sizzling plate here because everybody doesn't have an oven, and everybody doesn't need to use an oven on daily basis or as often. They're just 4. You can use a sizzling plate, just as I am using a sizzling plate here. So I poured 2 tablespoons of the batter onto the center of the sizzling plate, and I kept it on very low heat. I let it rise. You can see in the second image, and then in the third image, what shapes is this dough taking now, this batter taking now. And then very slowly and gently you check it underneath with the spatula, and maybe with the help of a knife as well. And then with the help of the spatula you turn it, flip it, and the other side goes down. And in the last image you can see it's cooked from one side, and now it's going to get cooked from the other side as well, and we're going to have a nice donut with us. And here you see I flipped it over, and it's cooked on one side, and when I flip it over again, it's cooked on the other side as well, and the yummy donut is ready to be eaten. Cooked on very low flame, that's important. And they are very delicious. Now these donuts are served, such round kind of donuts without a hole in the middle are served at hotels, even at Dunkin' Donuts. But if you want a donut with a hole in the middle, in the center, what you can do is you keep this dough refrigerated for a few hours, and it will become firm. Or you can put it in the freezer for an hour, say, or half an hour, say, and see when it gets firmer like a dough, so that you can handle it like a dough, and you can just roll it and make a donut out of it, and then bake it. Or you can roll it with a rolling pin, and then with a bottle cover cap you can make the hole in the center, and you can bake the donut as such. But for that the batter will have to be a bit firmer, so you have to either refrigerate for half an hour or so, or either freeze it for half an hour or so, or refrigerate it for 2 or 3 hours, so that it becomes a bit firmer, and you can make it into that donut shape with a center, with a hole in the center. So this is a donut without a hole, and this is really yummy and ready, all ready to be served. And here you can see our donut has jumped into the plate. And what did I do with it? I cut it into 2 halves. And in the second image I have shown you how it has risen. The 2 halves show how the donut has risen and nicely baked inside, nicely cooked, and very soft as well. Very yummy. And then I have cut it into 4 pieces, 4 pie-shaped pieces. And then my second donut is also ready on the plate, and I have put the first donut's 4 pieces with it and shown it to you how it looks, and it tastes very yummy. Try it. And do comment, do share with me how you liked it. Also, please subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon as well so that you can get the next video as soon as it's out. And of course, thank you for your time. Thank you for your appreciation. I really value these things, and please subscribe because I'll be sad if you don't. Thank you.